Silver medalist of the Olympic Games 2022 in women's single skating, Russian figure skater Alexandra Trusova presented her debut musical composition called Two Wings. She also published a video for her own song Two Wings. Here comes surprise number 1 and number 2. I created a YouTube channel, and I already uploaded a clip there, Trusova wrote in the Telegram channel. Earlier, Trusova promised that in honor of her birthday, June 23, she would make a surprise for her audience. The first figure skater in history to perform quadruple Lutz, toe loop and flip-it competitions under the auspices of the International Skating Union, the first to make a clean cascade. Only in one, Alexandra Trusova failed to become a leader at the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing. On June 23, 2004, Sasha Trusova was born in Ryazan, who was destined to at least surprise the sports community. The girl's father was a master of sports in judo and sambo, and her mother was involved in athletics, so it is not surprising that at the age of 4, the couple's daughter mastered roller skates and smoothly switched to figure skating. The girl's father needed to move with his family to Moscow, which played into the hands of Sasha's sports career. For 3 years, the figure skater trained with Alexander Volkov and his wife, and then moved on to Anna Tsareva. However, Trusova considered Alina Zagitova and Evgenia Medvedeva as role models, and therefore achieved cooperation with Terry Tutberidze. Why is it difficult to call a relationship with a coach ideal? And what victories for Alexandra turned out to be akin to defeats? All this is in this video. Sasha easily mastered single jumps and moved on to double jumps. At 10, the skater's program already had a double axel, but in 2017, a quadruple salchow. The athlete was calm about falls, obediently included multi-turn elements in her performances, but before entering the jump, she looked the judges straight in the eyes. The Moscow Championship in 2014 was the debut major competition for Alexandra. The girl took 28th place there. A year later, at this tournament, Sasha was already the second, and in addition, she passed the standards for a candidate Master of Sports. In 2017, at the National Championship, Trusova lacked only 6 points to win. Alina Zagitova then climbed the podium, but our heroine soon went to the stage of the Junior Grand Prix in Brisbane, Australia, where she impressed the judges with a quadruple jump. This was followed by first places in Minsk and Tokyo. The further, the more Sasha intrigued the sports community with cascades. So, in 2018, in training, she made a quadruple Lutz, a triple Rittberger, a combination of which had not previously been performed by either men or women. Soon in Kaunas, Trusova became the record holder in the short free programs, and in total points 221.44. In the fall of 2019, Alexandra won the Japan Open, performing 4 quadruple jumps in one program for the first time in women's skating. Fans admired while skeptics lamented that such numbers turn the sport into a technical mechanism, depriving it of aesthetics and soul. Ignoring the haters, Sasha won the Skate Canada Grand Prix and set new records for program points. If the athlete is already going back, then he has realized something, Tutberidze concluded after Sasha returned. 2020 was a difficult year for Alexandra Trusova, not only because of the pandemic that disrupted more than one competition. The skater did not agree with the coaching staff and therefore moved from Tutberidze to Evgeny Plashenko's team. In the Grand Prix final of the 2019-20 season, I insisted that the program include both the triple axel and all the quadruples. I was allowed, and after that they were removed again at the qualifying competitions. At first I was against it, but then I agreed on the day of the performance. After all, it was important just to qualify for the European Championship. But at the European Championship, the coaches again insisted that I skate cleanly with 3 quads. I always wanted to jump, but they stopped me. And this is not the first year, the athlete complained. Alexandra emphasized that she decided to change her coach not out of personal hostility, but in order to try to polish the programs under the guidance of a person who himself skated with quads. But only at the Russian Championship Trusova lost to the pupils of Tuporid's Anna Shcherbakova and Kamila Valieva. In March 2021, Sasha became the third in the World Championship in Stockholm. A few months later, it turned out that the athlete left Plushenko and returned to Tuporid's. She absolutely sincerely said that she needed to change the picture. Terry Georgievna reported on the air of Channel 1 after the return of the prodigal skater. Right or wrong, but I felt that we are scenery. It always seems to us that the grass is greener there, the sky is bluer, and everything is better. In the U.S. tournament, the athlete won the International Classic with brilliance, but she lost the gold of the Russian Championship to Kamila Valieva. In Europe, Sasha took third place, as Anna Shcherbakova also overtook her, but the figure skater firmly intended to win the Beijing Olympics. Spectators have not seen such intensity of passions as at the Winter Olympics in Beijing for a long time. Not only did Kamila Valieva get into a doping scandal, Sasha also put on a real show, taking second place in the competition. Note that in the free program, Trusova for the first time in history performed 5 quadruple jumps at the Olympic Games. And although Sasha set another record, Anna Shcherbakova overtook her in terms of total points in the overall standings, thus winning gold. The ambitious Russian rocket failed to contain its emotions at the time of the announcement of the results. I hate everyone. I don't want to do anything else in a figure, never in my life. Never. I hate this sport. I will never go out on the ice again. It's impossible, Trusova shouted. Everyone has a gold medal, everyone, but I don't. I hate. Never ever. The task of any athlete, especially at the Olympics, is to be able to keep himself within limits, to compete according to existing rules, requirements and regulations. What Trusova arranged at the Olympics will overshadow any of her events, and I don't mean skating, of course, Irina Ranina noted ironically. Terry Tuporid's tried to calm the pupil, but she did not allow herself to be hugged. Do not do it, please. You all knew. The girl sobbed. By the awards ceremony, Alexandra calmed down, although at the request of the press to demonstrate the medal, she snapped that Anya would come and show it. I am glad that I jumped 5 quads at the Olympics. I wanted to do this for a long time, but then I got injured, and everything had to be worked out again. I'm glad that it happened at the right time, Sasha added later. Of course, many scolded Trusova for unsportsmanlike behavior, hysteria and vanity. The skater herself did not regret the emotions shown, because otherwise she simply would not have been able to. I asked not to shoot me. I wanted to leave from there and asked about it. But I was not allowed out of this room, even into the locker room. Only on the ice, for the awards. And that's it. But the cameras were everywhere. I tried to leave this room, go anywhere. I tried to leave when other skaters were skating, when they asked me to give an interview. But I had nowhere to go. I just couldn't leave, Sasha justified. The first months after the Olympics, the skater refused major events. Although after the Olympics Sasha said that her attitude towards the mentor had not changed, many were waiting for a new crisis to brew between her and Tuporid's. The assumptions were confirmed because in October 2022, Alexandra again left Terry Georgievna. But insiders noted that this did not happen at all because of the conflict, but because of the intense training that crippled the health of an already injured girl many times. Another version was a love line. In May last year, it was revealed that Sasha had an affair with Mark Kondratyuk. The guy trained with Svetlana Sokolovskaya, and guess who our heroine went to? She has love with Kondratyuk there. She moved to see him more often. I don't know how to work with this. This is Svetlana Vladimirovna's business. Does love get in the way? Sometimes it interferes, sometimes it doesn't. I won't want anything. I don't want to sort it out. Love doesn't understand. Tatyana Tarasova talked about the situation. Fans are waiting for the couple's wedding. One way or another, Sasha's career continued. In the Russian Grand Prix in the fall, she became the third, then she gave a master class in Krasnoyarsk, but she eventually withdrew from the national championship for medical reasons. Now the girl shines in ice shows and answers questions about the future that it is in any case connected with figure skating. One day Trusova hopes to move into the category of the best coaches. When asked about the next Olympics, Sasha replied that it was too far away for discussion. But Natalia Bestemunova had no doubt that Trusova would still fight for gold. Trusova has not yet passed the period of growing up. There are problems with being overweight, there are problems after switching to another coach, a lot of psychological difficulties. But she has some motivation. She didn't get what she wanted. Alexandra will definitely return, concluded the eminent athlete.